coffee cup. The coffee cup says black feet on it. Yeah, look, see the chicken shit. See? Fuck a real rep, right? Anyways, this is me again. I like to do these videos because like I've been through a lot of shit all my life, man. You know, growing up as a Native American where I live. Okay, I live in the capital of Montana. And Montana, it's 89.9% Caucasian. I think it's 6.7% Native American, and that goes for all the reservations. I think we got Crow, Assiniboine, Flathead, Salish Kootenai. If I get that wrong, Salish Kootenai. I think there's another one. I really don't know, cause like that's them. Anyways, and then I think we got 2% African American, and then I think the other like rest is like Asian, something like that. I mean, I looked at the census and but yeah. So I mean, for the last couple years, for you know, since I've been born, since I've been here, that's like 20 plus years. Yeah, it's kind of, you get that, it's weird. It's kind of like subtle racism sometimes. It's different. And then you got your fucking hillbillies out here. Yeah, there's fucking hillbillies in Montana. They got this weird like sense of humor that they kind of try to sneak it under the radar and shit. But you know, the weird white like comments and shit. You can't. It's there, man. And I don't know. They fucking try to do all subtle and try not to let you notice, but you know it is noticeable. Oh, but yeah, I'm just ranting. Letting you know how I am. Oh yeah, and then I don't know what the hell I was talking about. Something about racism, right? Oh, okay. Well, anyways, Montana it's big, but it's little. I mean, I guess mostly you got the same thing where it goes everywhere else. You know, there's good people, there's bad people, there's fucking people that are racist, and like I said, 89.9% Caucasian. You can get a lot of shit like that from people, you know. And I mean, the bad thing about that is like somebody can treat you shitty and it's racist, but I mean, you can call like the Better Business Bureau and you get a call and it's like they're Caucasian, so they're like, oh well, what did you do? You know, and it's like, what the fuck? What do you mean what did I do? My most recent was I was trying to cash a damn check. That's what I was trying to do, but because I walked into the store looking like I do, I fucking couldn't. And then it's like my biggest pet peeve is when I lived in Missoula, right? Okay. I live in Missoula, Montana. I don't know why. I guess my fucking it was okay. Let me see how much minutes I got. Okay, I'll form myself. I'm trying to keep these things short and entertaining. Gonna like get me to dance and shit, you know. So, anyways, all right. So, okay, I get this call once, fucking from the CPS, our child and family services, and they're like, you can't pick up your daughter because so and so and I was like, you know what, I can pick up my daughter. I go pick my daughter up, call them up, and they're like, you have to come back here and your charter has to be this and that, and we need to come here in 10 minutes or we're gonna call the authorities on you. Get this. Show up there. They're like, oh, we're taking your kid. And I'm like, what? They're like, fuck you are, man. And I was like, hey, you know what? I work. I was like, I work. I have 2 jobs. I come home, take care of my wife with dialysis 3 times a week. I wake up in the morning, get my kid to school, and on top of all that, I try to take care of my damn self. This bitch stands up and is like, well, don't you want a break? Oh, shit. You know, I felt like saying, you know what, if I was a woman and I told you all that shit, and on top of it, I was sucking my man's dick, you would fucking gave me a round of applause. But because I'm a motherfucking man, that ain't possible. So anyways, some bad shit happens. And she's like, but that's what she tells me. Don't you think you need a break? Oh, I was just like, damn, nigga, fuck, for real? Do I need a break? But this happened like 6 years ago. Anyways, some shit happens, blah, 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 something. Go forward a couple months later, and I call the I call the office, and I'm like, hey, you know what? In my mind, I'm thinking, hey, you know what? If I was a man, that felt sexist to me. That felt sexist to me because if I was, like I said, if I was a man, if I was a woman, she would have fucking been like, oh, that's awesome. You guys can leave. You know, that's the way I felt. And it's really hard to do these whole, like, how I feel type of things because, you know, feelings can be different. Feelings could exchange in minutes and seconds. And the thing is it felt like she was Caucasian, and I looked the way I do, okay? You know, I wear my hat sideways. I fucking got this on. No, I got fucking, okay, anyways. And I'm thinking, like, if I was if I was Caucasian, and if I was a woman, she would have had no problem with me telling her that, doing all that. So I call up the line where it's like, if you felt like you've been discriminated against, you know, call this place and blah, blah, we'll talk. And the thing is, because, like, it's Montana, 89.9% of the people running shit are Caucasian. I'm getting on the phone, and I get this phone call, and I tell this woman the whole thing, and she's like, okay, I'll make it how much I got. Alright, well, I'll explain it. Well, first thing, I get on the phone, and she says, state what's going on, tell me what happened, you know, let me know all the stuff. I'm like, okay. I tell her what I just told you. And then she kind of like is like, oh, so, well, why do you mean how you felt that it was sexist? I was like, because anytime else, if I was a woman, I'm pretty certain she would have gave me a standing ovation for what happened, the way I was taking care of shit. But because I was a man, there's no way that could have been possible. And check this out. She gives me this like, well, what? She said something else, and I'm like, And I'm like, well, what if, and she, and like, maybe it was because I'm native. I'm like, well, I'm native. And she's like, oh, well, you're native too. I'm like, yeah, I'm native. So what if I was white, if I was Caucasian, and then I was a woman, and I told her all that? Would she have been like, oh, well, that's, and the thing is, this lady on the phone is like, kind of gets into this point where she's like, well, you know, if anything does happen, you're not going to be able to receive any funds or anything. I'm just like, the fuck? I'm thinking in my head like, yo, bitch, I'm not trying to fucking get money. I'm trying to fucking get this bitch fired or at least reprimanded because she's a cunt. Like I said, shit's unscripted, dog. And I'm talking on the phone, and she keeps telling me like, oh, well, we can, and it was like, and it got to this point where she kept fucking asking me over the same question. I kept telling her the same thing. And it was like, you know what? Are you gonna do anything about it? And to this day, I don't even know. This was like 6 years ago. And that's how the phone call ended. And she said, okay, well, I got all your information. I got everything down. I got to what you told me. We'll go talk to the, we'll talk and see, get her side of what happened. And, and this is what, and we'll contact you and let you know if anything changes or if anything happens with it. Zip! Not a fucking thing. Not one thing. Not one word about it. And I'm pretty sure that woman who did that is still working there as the head of Child and Family Services. And it's kind of crazy because it's like, I think, well, if I was native, was she? Or if I wasn't native, was she did that? And okay, I got like 2 more minutes. Anyways, yeah, that's what happened. And I just believe that the Native American experience. And I don't like dropping names, but I'm gonna drop this lady's name. What the hell is it? Oh, Jill. Jill. Jill Saw. I really don't like remember her name because, man, that woman puts me through so much BS you don't even know. With her power, and check this out. There's a law on Native Americans. Alright. There's a law saying that you can't intimidate a family to give up their kid. And you can look it up. It's a law. It's one of the main laws. You cannot intimidate in this day and age. You cannot intimidate a family to giving up their child of their parental rights. If you do, you're breaking a federal law. And oh man, what was her name? Her name was Jill something. Man, it's on the tip of my tongue. Jill Patton. Yeah, Jill Patton. Jill Patton from Missoula, Montana. Dropping her name. Jill Patton. Jill Patton from Missoula, Montana broke the law. And she still probably works. But guess what? The Native American motherfucking experience.